Did you know that 45% of Americans are saving too much for retirement, according to a recent survey? While it might seem wise to stash away every extra dollar, oversaving can lead to a life filled with regrets. Imagine spending decades working hard, only to find that your savings have kept you from enjoying life along the way. Most people think they need to save every penny to ensure a comfortable retirement, but this mindset can be counterproductive. The average American worker has about $50,000 saved for retirement, yet many plan to retire with $1 million or more. That's a huge gap. It's not just about how much you save, it's about how you use that money to enhance your life now and later. In this video, we'll explore 6 signs that you might be oversaving for retirement. From the hidden costs of being too cautious to the fear of running out of money, we'll reveal strategies to help you find a healthy balance. Are you ready to break free from the cycle of endless saving? Let's dive in and discover how you can enjoy your life today while still preparing for a secure future. Chapter 1. The hidden cost of playing it too safe. Oversaving for retirement can seem like a good idea, but there's a hidden cost when you play it too safe. When you avoid taking any financial risks, you miss out on the opportunity for your money to grow. For example, according to data from Vanguard, stocks have historically returned an average of 10% annually, while savings accounts barely touch 1%. If you're hoarding cash in low-risk accounts, your wealth is not working for you. Sure, safety feels comforting, but investing can build real financial freedom over time. Consider this: a $100,000 investment in an S&P 500 index fund 30 years ago would now be worth over $1.5 million. By sticking to safe options, you're capping your financial potential. A good strategy is to strike a balance between safe investments and growth opportunities. For instance, while it's important to keep an emergency fund, you shouldn't overinflate it at the cost of investing in higher-yielding assets. As Ramit Sethi mentions in I Will Teach You to Be Rich, if you don't find a way to grow your money, inflation will slowly eat away at your savings. Inflation averages about 3% annually, meaning your money could lose value over time if it's not earning interest or returns. A smarter approach is to diversify. Keep some money in lower-risk, stable options like bonds, but also consider stocks, real estate, or even small businesses that can deliver higher returns over the long term. You don't have to go all in on risky assets, but avoiding risk completely isn't the answer either. You want your money to work harder, not just sit idle. Chapter 2. Drowning in dollars, starving for life experiences. There's a price you pay when you obsess over saving every dollar for retirement. You miss out on living life today. Research by Morningstar found that many retirees regret not spending more money earlier in life on experiences like travel and time with loved ones. A growing bank account can feel satisfying, but it doesn't replace memories or personal fulfillment. It's important to strike a balance between future security and enjoying the present. Think about this. What if you save your whole life, but never get to experience the things you love? A study from MIT Sloan found that people who retire at 55 are 89% more likely to enjoy life and good health in retirement compared to those who wait until 65. So what's the point of having a large savings balance if you don't get to enjoy your retirement while you're healthy? Instead of constantly delaying gratification, adopt a spending strategy that allows you to enjoy some of your money now. One approach is to use the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. This keeps your savings on track while giving you permission to enjoy life in the present. As author Tim Ferriss says in The 4-Hour Workweek, money is multiplied in practical value depending on the number of W's you control in your life: what you do, when you do it, where you do it, and with whom you do it. If your savings are holding you back from creating those memories or experiences, then you're not truly living a life of freedom. Chapter 3. The Lifestyle Lockdown: How Saving Can Shrink Your Mindset. When you focus too much on saving, you can fall into a scarcity mindset. This is where you become overly frugal and fearful of spending, even on things that can improve your quality of life. A scarcity mindset makes you feel like you never have enough, no matter how much you save. Behavioral finance expert Dr. Daniel Kahneman explains this phenomenon well in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, where he notes that humans tend to overvalue losses more than gains. In simpler terms, the fear of losing money can make us irrationally cautious. You might avoid even reasonable expenses because you're too focused on the fear of running out. This could keep you from investing in your health, career, or happiness. In fact, a study by Northwestern Mutual found that 44% of Americans say that financial anxiety significantly impacts their well-being. One strategy to avoid this is to reframe your thinking around money. Instead of seeing every dollar spent as a loss, look at it as an investment in yourself. Spending on things like self-development, health, or experiences can actually increase your overall happiness and well-being. Studies by Harvard psychologist Daniel Gilbert show that spending money on experiences, rather than material goods, brings people greater and more lasting joy. Start by setting aside a budget for enjoyment spending each month. This way, you can spend guilt-free on things that enhance your life while still keeping your financial goals on track. You don't need to feel trapped by your savings plan. A life of abundance comes from a mindset that values both financial security and present-day joy. If you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on achieving financial freedom. Chapter 4. The Phantom Fear of Outliving Your Money. One of the biggest fears that leads people to oversave is the worry of outliving their money. But this fear is often exaggerated. According to a study from the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College, more than half of retirees end up spending less than they anticipated. In fact, many people don't realize that their spending needs tend to decline as they age, especially after 75. This means that your retirement savings could stretch further than you think. A strategy to counteract this fear is to create a detailed retirement budget. Knowing exactly how much you'll need can help reduce the anxiety of running out of money. You don't need to guess or oversave, just in case. Author Morgan Housel says in The Psychology of Money, the hardest financial skill is getting the goalpost to stop moving. Many people get caught up in saving more and more, even when they're already on track. To avoid this, determine your enough number. This is the amount of savings that will comfortably cover your retirement lifestyle without the need for excess. You can use financial planning tools like the 4% rule to help with this. The 4% rule suggests that you can safely withdraw 4% of your retirement savings each year, adjusting for inflation, without running out of money. Also, consider diversifying your income streams. Instead of relying solely on savings, you can have other income sources like part-time work, rental income, or investments. This gives you more flexibility and less pressure on your retirement funds. By addressing your fear with a plan, you'll feel more confident in enjoying your money during retirement. Chapter 5. Retirement. Red flags when your savings crush your cash flow. Oversaving can sometimes lead to a surprising problem: lack of cash flow. You might have a lot of money in retirement accounts, but struggle with day-to-day expenses. This happens because retirement savings are often locked away in accounts like 401ks or IRAs, which have restrictions and penalties for early withdrawal. According to a survey by Charles Schwab, about 39% of Americans reported feeling trapped by their retirement accounts because they lacked flexibility with their money. It's a common mistake to overly prioritize retirement savings at the expense of having liquid cash for emergencies, opportunities, or even just daily living expenses. One solution is to build a well-rounded financial plan. You should have multiple buckets of savings. While it's smart to contribute to your retirement accounts, it's equally important to have a solid emergency fund and some liquid investments that you can access easily. A general rule of thumb is to have at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a savings account or other liquid asset. This will give you the flexibility to handle any surprises life throws at you without dipping into your retirement savings. It's also smart to avoid over-contributing to retirement accounts. Once you've hit your employer match for your 401k, it may be better to invest in taxable brokerage accounts or other assets. This gives you more control over when and how you access your money. Personal finance expert Suze Orman often emphasizes the importance of flexibility, stating, "The goal isn't to accumulate wealth, it's to give yourself the freedom to live on your own terms." If you enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights on achieving financial freedom.